Good evening, everybody, or it's my evening anyway. Seems to be a little bit of a controversy over startup tones, not the basic ones that hear when you first start up. If nothing is wrong, this one, of course, that would be Blue Jay, 8-bit ESC, but another set of tones that follow that, a second set of tones. Well, it's a problem. There's something wrong in your build. It could be a lot of things. It's typically defines. You're either missing something or something's been added to your build during flashing. There's other things that can cause a second tone, and I'll give you an example because I've recreated it, if you can hear. All right. So what has basically happened is I'm missing something in this quad. But if you don't know what defines are basically what is loaded in to your flight controller when you flash it. And it can be anything from telling your gyro what to do, or UARTs, remapping UARTs, multitude of things. Just in case you don't know, I'll give you a little example. I've got something pulled up here. So these are defines. This is from Betaflight, and you can go there yourself, but the list of defines is long. But you can see the amount of defines that can be left out, or they can be put in. Any one of these can be either or in a flight controller. And it can be remapping, your telemetry, ESCs, magnometer, you name it, it's there, your gyro. If you have one that's wrong, it can literally break your flight controller. If you have some that are missing, something's not going to work. You may not know it, and your quad very well might fly, but there is something definitely wrong, or something is definitely missing from your build. So if you hear the second set of startup tones, without question, you have something wrong, and you should fix it. Again, your quad may fly, and it may fly okay, but there's going to be something missing. And hopefully it's nothing too terrible. But the minute you hear it, if you're done flashing something and you plug it in, don't just go and fly. Fix it. Fix it. I'm getting ready to show you how. All right? So, just to do this again. You hear it? Maybe. Get the plug in there. All right. So, we're going to fix this. So, we're going to go into Betaflight. All right, so the easiest way to fix this is to go back to Betaflight 4.4.3. I'm just going to show you this real quick. Everything looks normal, right? So we're in 4.5.2, but we've got the double startup tones. So update firmware. It'll still detect it. Everything should be good. Make sure everything is correct over here. D-shot, that's fine. Crossfire, if you're running DJI, you'll change that to S-Bus, whatever spectrum, whatever you're flying, but just pay attention to this. Also digital, analog. Sometimes this will, if you're flying digital, sometimes it'll default to analog for whatever reason. But this is very important to look at this. All right, so we're going to go back here. Load firmware. Flash it. All right, so now watch when I connect. Apply custom defaults. Applying custom defaults is the custom defines. Okay, these are specific to your board. All right, so we're going to apply custom defaults. do all this stuff if you need to. Doesn't matter. Back up your flight controller. Always back up your flight controller. As soon as you buy a board or buy a flight, it doesn't matter. Hook it up to Betaflight. You don't have to touch anything. Just go right to your presets, hit save backup, and save that backup. That's it. All right. Do that every single time. All right. So now is all we're going to do. Now we've put those in. I'm just going to reflash it again. Now I saved the backup prior to this. All right. Update firmware. Looks like Betaflight's going to do its thing. All right, no, it's not. All right, so this time you see no protocol for OSD popped up. It disappeared. All right, there it is again. Okay, so notice that it didn't pop up. Now, if you're not paying attention and you just go ahead and fly it, you're not going to have OSD. And it's just that easy to do. So definitely pay attention. So we're going to go back over here, 4.5.2, load the firmware, flash the firmware. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Now I'm going to go load the backup that I saved. I've done this a couple times, so this evening. So I'm going to go to the one that I saved first. Earlier this evening. All right. There you go. Now, let's try to plug it in and see what happens. So, anybody want to take a wager? Maybe. It's like magic. When you hear the double tones, know that there's something wrong. You have something missing. There's something missing in your build. Pay attention to it. Okay? It is extremely important. Don't just blow it off. There is definitely something wrong with the quad. And it can be, the severities are anything from it ruining your flight controller to very minor where you may not be able to connect to a GPS, or you might just be missing a filter, something like that. But something is definitely missing, and you definitely have something wrong. Don't think you don't. Don't think that it's okay to have a double tone. It's not. You have something wrong, and it's not that difficult to fix, at least in this scenario. Give it a shot. Clearly not that difficult. Just do it. No, it's not that hard. But pay attention. The flight controller and ESCs are talking to you. Listen. You guys have a good night.